There's a fire at the border of Canada on the Pacific Crest Trail. It was looking like I might not be able to finish this trail after all this time. And what happens if you don't get to cross the border? How will you react to that? My first instinct was, fuck that. I'm getting to Canada and touching that monument. But I also thought to myself, why does it matter to me so much to touch this pole in the middle of the woods? I've been walking toward this spot in my head for so long, it's just a hard thing to let go of. I knew the best course was just to keep on hiking and not think about it. And then I found Brother Nature.
Right now. Oh shit.
It was good to see a familiar face from the early days when we were just learning to live outside. 2,200 miles and almost 6 months later, this was normal life. Anything else felt like it would be abnormal.
More beer. Cheers, brother.
I knew I was in deep. I started looking at everything on trail with wistful fondness. My resupply box from the gas station, demolishing piles of pancakes, putting together some strange diet for the upcoming week. Thank you, guys. All these little beautiful encounters that come with every stop into civilization. I wasn't ready to let go. Monday, September 5th, I'm finally breaking out of the vortex of Snoqualmie Pass. There's 90, the road that starts in Boston, where I'm from, and heads all the way to Seattle. Woo! Got me some huckleberry cider. In my life outside, I tried to spend half my time being present, and the other half I filled with audiobooks, podcasts, and music. I had already blown through Game of Thrones and 50 hours of Alan Watts. So this hiker Chevy in the last stretch told me I should listen to Dharma Bums by Jack Kerouac. So in the next stretch, that's what I did. And I got to know a little group of beat poets that went up into the Sierra Nevadas. I'm going to read you a little bit of this. The trail had a kind of immortal look to it. The way the side of the grassy hill seemed to be clouded with ancient gold dust. The wind sighed in shimmering dances over the hot rocks. And the way the lake below us soon became a toy lake, with those black well holes perfectly visible still. To me, a mountain is a Buddha. Think of the patience. Hundreds of thousands of years just sitting there being perfectly silent. And then it was all purple dusk, and the roar of the silence was like a wash of diamond waves going through the liquid porches of our ears, enough to soothe a man 1,000 years. It was all completely serious, all completely hallucinated, all completely happy. In the next section of the book, the main character takes a hitchhiking journey that is uncannily similar to the one I took. Kerouac writes, "We drove through the rainy night and arrived at Crescent City at dawn in a gray fog, a small town by the sea. Suddenly I felt so free, I began to walk on the wrong side of the road, and sticking out my thumb from that side. Poor little angel world. I suddenly didn't care anymore. I'd walk all the way. But just because I was dancing along the wrong side of the road and didn't care, anybody began to pick me up. And we had a long talk about the woods and the Siskiyou Mountains through which we were driving toward Grants Pass. As I finished this book, it dawned on me, I was a Dharma bum. And my walk would not be ruined by a fire closure at the border. I would stay open, and life would reveal something to me. I just had a feeling.
Oh man, your laugh is so exciting and your lips are so inviting. Ooh, you'll have to cool me down somehow.
200 miles left until Canada. Hey. Oh my god, he's Jason Bourne. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Yeah. You're up. Get off my back.
Hey, mice are pretty creepy, all right?
Shoot a hole in my tent.
Pea-brained fool who outsmarted me.
The middle of the night, I started smelling campfire smells. I've definitely got a haze layer. That's wild.
That's because you're going away. This morning is a star. Leave the sky.
In a ski resort.
I'll be there.
This is how moms resupply. Here, have one.
Thanks.
It's a coconut chocolate.
Coconut chocolate. Wow.
I made all my own. Creamy mac, loaded potatoes, chocolate peanut butter oatmeal. I just mixed it up together. I just found recipes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Doing the whole PCT this way?
Yep,
That's awesome. What's your trail name?
the Great Dingleberry.
Well then. It's appropriate. That's fitting. Well, nice to meet you, Great Dingleberry. I like your pack. Passing through this tiny little town.
Anthony, this amazing guy from Snoqualmie, ferried me away from the smoke that was coming from the White River fire. Air quality seemed to be better going west.
Dude, what a northern town.
Anthony owned Snoqualmie Outfitters, which was a gem for PCT hikers.
There's a great hiker box on the back. It's the whole shelf below the TV and the boxes back there.
Got
There's
it.
like half cans of fuel and stuff back there. So we represent the local ATV tours, whitewater rafting tours, snowshoeing.
Awesome.
Fly fishing is huge here.
I rented his trailer down the road.
Staying in the Freedom Express tonight.
Met his family,
Hey, Boomer.
Boomer and Mikey, and had a wonderful dinner with them and another hiker, Dobby. All our fingers were crossed that air quality would improve with new winds moving in the next day. But ultimately, it was all up to chance.
Why is it so dark outside? Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I can see fire.
I went to get Anthony.
How did it? Look at. There's no like trail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Was it just ash that dropped and caught something on fire? Maybe. Is that how it works?
Yeah, it could have been blown by the wind. I really...
Fuck, that's fucking close. Will you text that to me right now?
Yeah, I'll text
I
that
gotta
to you.
Mikey, and let's let's pack up.
Let's pack up and get out of here.
Yeah.
This was something none of us had experienced before, waking up this close to flames, and we were all strangely mesmerized. It was also wild to see this fire grow in half an hour, and it was a pretty straightforward indicator that we needed to get our shit together and get out of there. I'm driving Anthony's second truck as we evacuate his property with all of his important belongings, aka ATVs and outdoor adventure gear. Howdy.
Level 2 evacuation right now. Probably gonna become a level 3.
It's almost like it's sunset, but it's the middle of the morning. Those westerly winds that we had hoped would clear the fire smoke ended up starting the Bolt Creek fire.
It's so bizarre. I ain't never seen anything like it. It's like a volcano erupting.
It really is. The good news is that the fire never reached Anthony or Mikey's home. The bad news is that the fire pretty much closed Skycomish for the remainder of the hiking season, which is a real hindrance on Anthony's outfitter business. Our fearless leader, Anthony, shuttling us back to the trail.
Fire and brimstone.
Fire and brimstone with Dobby and...
We got Boomer. Dobby and Boomer. Boomer! Boomer the protector.
I could not thank Anthony enough for getting me back to trail, despite all the crazy stuff that was happening in his life that day. If you're hiking through in future years, I would highly recommend hanging out with Anthony and Mikey and supporting their business however you can. The next morning, it smelled heavily of smoke.
Woo! Smoke is bad.
Smoke is not great.
Alrighty. Haven't put on one of these N95s in a hot minute. That'll do.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Feels good.
Good. Hopefully it helps.
Let's go hiking.
We started to encounter people who were turning around.
Take care.
Me too. 3 people turned around and are heading back. You had to wonder, were we being idiots hiking into the smoke? Hello. These are our fellow smoke survivors. Flamingo. What's your name? Hot Sauce. Nice, I'm Captain Jack. I saw you as well at White Pass. Around Flamingo there by the pumps, and they kept telling us to move and move the bags and whatnot. It's weird looking back at this footage because I normally would not have continued hiking in this poor air quality. But by this point, the thru hiker spell was strong, and every fiber of my being was just fixed on continuing going north. You can tell this is a pretty beautiful area in normal conditions. We got some pitter patter on the roof. Rain, we need you. We need you to help put out these fires and dissipate the smoke. Cleanse us, rain. Let us be reborn. It's gonna be wet. Ooh. That's where the smoke's coming from. That direction. It's certainly thinned out over here though, because of the rain, which is glorious. Because of the smoke, I pretty much had Glacier Peak Wilderness to myself. I swear they're like a whole smoothie that melts in your mouth. They kind of stain you like wine grapes too. We're having a Nutter Butter and fresh huckleberry sandwich here. Well, the marmots were still here. It's a marmot. That's your little home, huh? Hey. Hey. What's up? Hey, Mr. Marmot. So freaking cute. And they were definitely acting extra weird just to keep me entertained. I think those could be some friends, or even, maybe they're even dating. Are you guys dating? Just wondering. You seem kind of chummy. Goodbye. Hey, little bud. You guys don't mind a little PDA at all. You're just gonna make out and... Uh-oh, that just turned from romantic to kind of aggro. What happened, dude? Why you being cruel, brother? Man, this is better than television. Wow. That was some National Geographic Marmot edition. Glacier Peak just popped out from behind the mountain. It's a beauty. I had heard that Nicole and Squid had bailed out from this section because of the smoke. And I had a feeling Ishai was somewhere ahead. I didn't know how to wrap my mind around what finishing would look like. Or even what my life after the trail would look like. I felt like an astronaut whose mission was almost over. Soon I would return back to Earth and feel its gravity end my weightlessness. Here's Kennedy Creek. Oh boy. I just took this way across. Balance beam, tiny stick, up onto the boulder. Ow! This is a 108-mile stretch from Stevens Pass to Stehekin. And just super intense climbs and descents all day long. I have a lot of confidence that I'll be able to dig deep and get to the end with the last remaining energy that I have. But I can feel that I'm kind of at the end of my limits. About 1 week from today, I'm trying to tap Canadian soil and then just celebrate and finally rest. Can't wait. But I'm also dreading it. Just a big paradox.